Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to make this pattern of a seeker. This is Starscream, but I don't have enough grey beads anymore to make another Starscream, so I will be making Thundercracker. I will be following this pattern on a candy pad made by John McCary. Yeah, I will be following this pattern. I did not make it. I'm just doing a tutorial for it. So before we start, I would like to tell you that if you do not know how to make a flat peyote stitch, you know, like this one, if you don't know how to make one, I recommend watching a tutorial for that before, because I will not be going through the basics in very much detail. So I recommend watching one of a tutorial like that before watching this video. Alright, so what you will be needing? You will be needing string. I recommend very much fishing line for flat peyote stitches. But if you do not have fishing line, you can also work with stretchy cord covered elastic, but I do not recommend it for flat peyote stitches. As you can see, it's kind of wonky because it's elastic, so I recommend the fishing line better. Alright, so you will also be needing some scissors to cut it, 37 beads for the main body of the seeker. As I'm making a Thundercracker, his body will be blue. 6 beads for the wing accents. These 2 gray beads are I think they're the guns on them, whatever. Yeah. And I will be also using 2 light red beads for the faction symbol, because I will be making Autobot Thundercracker. For Thundercracker you also need 6 black beads and 2 yellow beads, but I am using golden beads for the cockpit. This varies very much on the pattern, depending on whether you're making Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp or Slipstream or any other seeker, because you can just very much modify the colors. And also a thing, I will not be making this, I will not be putting these 2 beads here, because I think it looks weird and it just makes the pattern harder to make. So it looks, in my opinion, looks better without, so I will just be making the tail from here and here. Alright, so to start off, cut some of your string. I cut about 180 centimeters of fishing line, but it's just an approximate length. I don't know exactly how much I need, but don't worry, if yours ends up being too short, you can always add more. I just don't really like having to keep adding more string, so I usually cut them a bit longer than I need to, so I don't have to keep tying knots. Alright, so to start, we will be starting from the longest point of the pattern. So for it would be the extremity of the wing, and we will be starting the peyote from here. So the string is like going like this. So we start with 2 blue beads, putting them on the ends of the string. Yeah, fold your string in two, by the way. Yeah, and at the bottom we will be having this. Now the next one is a red bead. just like that. Now the next one is a red one on top and a blue one on the bottom. So I be careful to keep track of which string is on the top and which string is on the bottom, so it will just save you a lot of time, because you will realize at some point that your pattern looks weird and it doesn't match. Alright, so now in the pattern it's a purple bead, but like I said, I'm making an Autobot Thundercracker, so I will be using a light red bead, just like that. Now next are 2 blue beads. Now next is a blue bead. Now again 2 blue beads. Now again another, in my case, light red bead. Now on top a red bead and on the bottom a blue bead. Now another red bead here. And finally 2 blue beads. So this is the starting point. And now that you have this, pull the strings so it has a bit of tension and the beads are not floppy like this, for example. You know, keep the tension a bit tight so the pattern will be nice and uniform. So now that we have this, you can go ahead and tie the strings together. If you do not tie them together, again the charm will be a bit floppy and not have equal tension everywhere. Alright, so now we have this. Whoops. This is the upper part and this is the lower part. So now we can start making the tail. I will start from the bottom. So what you're going to do is you take the end of the string and you weave it through the first blue bead. We are going to take the string and get it here at the I'm just gonna show you. So you take your string through the red bead too and the blue bead, and the red bead, and now the blue bead again. And now when we get here, we can start building the tail. So here we have this one here. We have a blue bead. So I will be putting that through the string. I'm sorry if the string is not very visible. And you go through the next bead. So not this one, but this one. So yeah, now this row is done. Moving on to the next row, which are these 2 beads. So take another blue bead, put it on the string, and you weave the string through this bead. And now you take another blue bead, put it on the string, and I will be, because it's an odd peyote stitch, it's gonna be a bit weird at this part, so you're gonna put it through this bead right here, this one, so in case you cannot see the string. Alright, so now we have this, and pull the string a bit, so it, like I said, the tension is uniform. Now we have this string sticking out of this bead here, right here. So to continue the stitch, I will be taking my string through this bead, and then, now that it's sticking out like this, yeah, it's sticking out of that middle bead there. Hold on. Alright. Now that it's sticking out of that middle bead there, because I have fishing line and it's not very obvious, I can just go like this. Just directly take my string through the bead there. So as you can see, it's not very visible, but if you are using elastic cord, you can see when you do stuff like this. So if I don't know how to work with elastic cord better, I got used to fishing line, so I can just do stuff like this and it's not visible. And then you take another blue bead. We're doing this bead now, just like that. Now we've done another round, and next up are these two beads from the, I think they're the jet engines. Take the black bead, pull the string through it, and weave it through the middle bead. Now the next black bead, like that. So now we have the tail finished. I recommend tying this, so I will be going through the middle bead again, and then through this bead here, and I will be tying here a little knot, so because when we attach the lift, yeah, it's better to not have it floppy. So just a simple knot, you do not need a very strong knot now. You can also, by the way, seal your knots with nail polish or super glue if you want to have them sealed and very strong. but for a charm small like this it's not very necessary, except if you want to turn it into a keychain. Then I recommend stealing your nuts for extra durability, but I will not be making that because I was sick a while ago and I do not want to be inhaling nail polish vapors now. Alright, so the part that I struggled with when this is actually my second ever charm. I struggled so much at the tail, so but I will be helping you understand how to make it. You will not be needing as much string as you needed here, so I have a bunch of scraps, so I will take one of them. This should be enough. And another one. I always keep my scraps, so if you also do that, I recommend using a scrap, because you don't need much string, so it's not, if you keep them, just use them. Alright, so I don't know how long this is. It's about 45 centimeters, just to give you a hint on if you're wondering how long it is. So, like I said, I will not be making these two beads here. So the pattern is just this. And to start, I will be putting these two beads here. Start it like a normal peyote. Put them on the bottom. And now, even though we just started, you're going to have to tie them together. To tie the strings together. And make sure they are positioned like this. So pull really hard. Now that we have this, I will be adding this black bead here. And now that we have this, we can go ahead and add this to the rest of the body. So it's gonna stay something like this. Yeah. So you're going to take this, one of the ends of the string, and pull it through the black bead, but from the top, not from here. Alright, but we're going to have to hold it like this, so it doesn't move around. I think it was a black bead. So yeah, this part is very tricky. So as you have the string going through here, add the black bead and pull it through this blue bead at the beginning, just like that. Now this part is also tricky, because you have to keep the tension like this, because if you pull too hard it will look like, I don't know, like this. So you have to be careful with how hard you pull on the string right now. So the reason I tied the knot at the beginning was so it wouldn't be floppy right now, because this would be very hard to make without that knot. So I'm trying to hold it like this. Alright, so I will try to hold it so it doesn't move. And now I will make a knot here. While holding it so it doesn't move around. And now we will use this end of the string to kind of like reinforce what we have here. So go through here. I will be pulling the string through these two beads here. And also through this bead right here, so it's kind of like anchored here and doesn't move around, because it will be moving around if you do not do this. Yeah, now tie a knot. I will be tying a knot to the string right there. Again, I don't know how you can do this with a stretchy cord, because it will get thick at some point and you will have multiple you will have the string going no contesto. Yeah, and tie it again. So yeah, now we have one of the lifts. And we can move on to making the other one. So take another smaller string, put two blue beads on it, tie it together, take a black bead, this part still moves around. Yeah, I will be taking this end. I hope you didn't cut it. And I will be going through this bead again. And this bead again. So it stops flopping around. And I will be weaving it through the blue, yeah, through the blue bead again, tying it once again, alright. So yeah, now it's not flopping around anymore and it's actually staying there. Alright, so now for the other side. We have a lot of strings now, so it's very hard to keep track of them. Alright, so like last time, we will be taking the one end and going like from the pulling it through the black bead, but from the top. So now that we have this string sticking out through here, we take a blue bead, weave the string through it, and pull it through this bead right here. To again reinforce it, I will be going through here, through this bead right here. The blue bead, the black bead, and through the black bead here. Oh, it's a mess. I know I didn't do this the last time, but I think it will be holding better like this. So to hold it in place, I will be going through also this bead right here and this bead right here. So pull it through like that. So it goes to the other side. And I will be tying it there. I hope you can still understand what I'm doing with all these strings sticking out. Don't worry, we will be cutting them after we're done. Right now, just in case I forget something and I still need that end. So yeah, I really recommend not cutting the ends immediately after you're done. You only cut them after you are fully confident that you're finished. So because you can make a mistake and then you can just open the knot and start again. So, but if you cut the end of the string, then you will no longer have enough string to fix your mistakes. I'm struggling to tie this knot right here. Come on, it's just a knot. Why am I struggling? Okay. So make sure you have a bit of tension here, so the lift will stay straight, but not too much, because then see, if you pull too hard, this bead right here will be going in this direction, and we do not want that. We want them to sit straight like this. So keep it with your finger like this while you are pulling on the string, so it doesn't move around and it will have just the right tension to look nicely. So yeah, now that that knot is tied, again we will take, like we did the last time, we will take the the other end of the string, going through the blue bead, to reinforce the structure and give it a better shape through the blue bead, this blue bead. And also through this blue bead. And now we can pull it through this bead right here. And now it has a nice shape and it won't move around. I will be pulling the string through here so I can tie it, because I don't want to pull it all the way through here because I already have 2 knots there, and especially if you're using cord like this. I actually have no idea how you can do this with cord like this. It's just gonna be crowded and look like this. So yeah, if you like doing flat peyote charms, I highly recommend switching to fishing line, because it's transparent, it's very strong, and you can just tie however, no, and you can just tie multiple knots. You can pull it through wherever you want, and it will not be visible. It will not impact the structure, like I mentioned here. If you tie too many knots in one place, it will look bulky and change the shape. So with fishing line, you do not need to worry about this, because it's transparent and it's very thin, so it will not bother you. String is also, fishing line is also very useful for if you're making bags or stuff that is going to need to support weight, because it's supposed to pull a fish from water. So yeah. So just like that, we have the bottom part finished. Hooray! Good job! This part was very tricky, but do not worry, because now we're going to make the top, and that will be easier. So this is the string that we'll be using for the top, sticking out through the row that we started with. So all of these strings you can now go ahead and cut, because we are completely finished. We do not need them anymore, and just go ahead and cut them. Make sure to not cut them like extremely close to the knot, because then you can risk, there is the risk of the knot accidentally opening under some pressure. So yeah, just leave it a bit of space of, like just a few millimeters. It's enough to make sure the knot will not accidentally open on its own. So yeah, now we have the bottom finished, and we can start making the top. So like if we are looking at the pattern from this perspective, my end of the string is right here. So the next bead, the next bead will be like this. So this, and the next row will be this bead, this bead, this bead, this bead, and this bead. Yeah, that's what we will be making now. This part is a lot easier, so what's hard is been done. The tail was hard. Now it's just chill. And oh wait. So take your string and pull it through the blue bead right here. Put the blue bead on the string and weave it through the red bead. Like that. Now next up is a red bead. Next up is a blue bead. Like that. Again a red bead. And now finally a blue bead. Alright, so moving on to the next row, which is this one. So take your string and pull it through the bead that you just, the last bead that you put. So the last bead that you added. Sounds nicer. Alright, so now we are here. So we are going to put, no, we are here and we are going to put this bead right here. So you take this blue bead. This entire row is just blue beads. So blue bead, another blue bead, another, and the final blue bead from this row. Like that. So now we are right here and we will be adding this row right here. These 3 blue beads are next. Alright, so pull your string through this bead right here. Take a blue bead. Another blue bead. This is the easiest part. So if you if you got past the tail, it's all easy now. And finally another blue bead. I saved up the easy part for the end. Alright, so now we our string is sticking out through here. And next up will be this row right here. Those two beads. Alright, so pull your string through here, through the blue bead right here. Put the blue bead on the string, weave it through that blue one in the middle, and the other blue one. Just like that. Now, before we move on to the next blue beads, we will be adding the gray bead. So put that on the string. And you pull the string through this bead to, yeah, the last blue bead that you put. Make sure the tension is right. Just like that. Next up is a yellow bead, or like I said, I am using golden. I think you can also use like transparent beads, so it looks like a more of a, yeah, it's pretty much up to you, whatever colors you want. And now the other gray bead left. That you're going to pull it through this bead right here. So pull the string through there. Yeah, just like this. Alright, so now we are going to pull this string through the beads right here, like something like this, so it will be sticking out through the bead here. It's not important which path you're taking, as long as it goes through this bead right here at the end, it doesn't matter. And now you will pull it through the gray bead, just like that. And we can move on to the next row, which is made of just 2 blue beads. And the other blue bead. Alright. Now the next row is made of just a yellow bead. Just like that. And now again 2 blue beads. Hold it there so the tension is right and it won't look wonky like that. and another blue bead, the other one there. But this one you will be pulling the string through here. And now you pull the string through this. Okay, so my phone ran out of storage while I was recording. So anyway, I was saying that I'm going to pull this end of the string and take it through the yellow bead, so that at the end it will be going through this blue bead right here. Pull your string a little so it's alright. So now next I will be pulling it through this bead right here. And now through this bead right here. Alright, so now that we have this, we can add a blue bead. And now next up, another blue bead that I need to get another. Alright, so now that we have this, we can take the end of the string, make sure the string is tight, because mine is a bit floppy right now. So yeah. Alright, so now that we have this, take the end of the string and pull it through the blue bead at here in the middle. And now you take the final blue bead and you kinda like loop it like this. Alright, so with that we can go on and tie the string. It's not really important where you tie the knot, as long as it's holding. Alright, so just like that. Now we can go ahead and cut the string. And it's done. I was wondering why I have a black bead left, and then I realized that I actually messed up here, and instead of this of a black bead I put a blue bead, but yeah, I'm not going to take out this whole thing again and make it again. Doesn't really matter anyway. So yeah, this is why it's important to also follow your own pattern and yeah, make sure you're paying attention, because I wasn't. Alright, so that's it. This is it. The final product. We have a secret! And also his brother Starscream, who's a bit wonky. I made another Starscream back a while ago, but I gifted it to my twin, so I do not have it anymore. But yeah. So bye. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and I hope my way of explaining things and my accent wasn't too much of an issue, so you were still able to learn how to make this.